Hi, my name's Thomas Summerfield. I'm 22 years old and I'm a pianist. I'm currently a student at the University of Melbourne, the Melbourne Conservatorium. I'm doing my Bachelor of Music and I'm on my third year, and I'm hopefully looking to study there for a little bit more before I go into the real world, but it's been amazing so far. I started first playing piano when I was about 5 years old. We had an old Ronish which my parents bought from an auction, and I would bash away on it. I think they got lessons originally, I can't really remember, but I think they were just to make the sound more bearable. I was playing a lot of just noise, and I think they wanted something more melodic and musical. It's the most trouble I've ever got into. In what sense? Not practicing. Not practicing is a big one. That's happened before. How do I motivate myself to practice? I motivate myself by having goals, having a certain expectation of how the pieces should sound. But sometimes the motivation comes more from a negative standpoint, such as I've got a performance in 2 weeks and I need to get my act together and practice a bit more. I wouldn't say I do them all well. I do a classical degree, studying classical piano. My traditional style of upbringing for piano was a classical style piano with exams and classical repertoire in the broadest sense. So I think I found jazz probably when I was about in year 8, year 9, just through doing school bands and things. I enjoy playing jazz more in a band, although I haven't actually ever had much formal one-on-one training. It's more just being learning through experiences, through performances, etc. Who's my favourite composer? Probably Rachmaninoff, but I mean, there's so many fantastic composers. Debussy. I don't really have a least favourite. If you asked me 10 years ago when I was a kid, I probably would have said Bach. I've really grown to love Bach. I really underestimated Bach. Yeah, I don't really have a least favourite composer. I just probably have composers that don't connect with me as much, but I think most of those are still really good musicians. The last piece of advice I remember from my lesson, practice, practice. But it's always practice, it's always, I mean, that's less of advice, it's more of a reminder. My most useless talent. I mean, every talent can be useful in a way, as long as you find the right application. I've recently learned how to throw cards. Pretty useless talent, but I know it's a sport and I'm sure I could excel at it if I put my mind to it.